High five. Howdy guys, welcome back. A little video here, quick one, because it's midnight here in Kansas, and Rocky Mountain Race Week is happening right now up in Heartland Park, Topeka. And I just got a phone call. A guy at the track needs a radiator for a B-body charger real bad. And well, he's got a automatic, and I offered him my cold case. It's brand new, but oh, hang on. Anyways guys, so I just got off the phone. I got to pull Jezebel's radiator because the guy needs it pretty bad. Regardless, he wants to buy it if he's going to use it or not. So we're going to get this thing ripped out, drain the coolant. Of course, drain the coolant, rip the radiator out, head up to Heartland Park, Topeka, meet the guy and whatnot. Maybe we'll film, maybe not, I don't know. But check in with you next checkpoint because, well, I'm on a time crunch. Like I said, it's almost 12:30 now at night. And, well, Topeka's about an hour away or so, so let's get to work. Alrighty guys, just giving you a little check-in. I am 14 miles out. Got the radiator, everything loaded up. You can't see crap, so don't worry about seeing anything. Just want to let you know, made it halfway. On my way up there, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna make it, and we're gonna help dude out, whether or not he uses this radiator or not. We got some stuff he's gonna need anyway, so it's all about hot rod and helping out others. That's all it's about, man. So check in with you guys in a minute. Well, made it guys. There's the car. It's a gorgeous car. Like I said, it's 2 a.m. now. Buddy Sean, Jesse, everybody's here, so we made it. All right, I'll check in tomorrow. I don't know if you can see shit, but good enough. So, yep, there it is. It's what hot rodding is all about. And you basically snap your fingers 12 hours later, running on 5 hours of sleep. I'm here. I didn't die last night, which I was getting kind of worried because the fog was incredibly dense last night, but I got out the old cold case radiator, which is what I had bought for Jezebel, and a fan shroud. So there you guys go. She's gonna get a fan shroud. Just gotta put some fresh holes in here. I spent a little bit of the morning. I painted the back side, the face of it black, so that way you don't see that through the grill, because that always looks uglier than sin. But we ran into a massive problem, and that is the fact that right here on the radiator, right, in fact, you can see the scuff marks right there. It hits my fan clutch perfectly on the fins. This is the Durale heavy-duty clutch, which is what we wanted because we wanted this thing to be strong and not have to replace it anytime soon. However, if you look at this clutch, this center hub sticks out further than the fins. So that tank's already making contact with this. It definitely ain't getting past this little hub piece right there where the spring is. And then you have the fins also, so that's a debacle. So I called Rob, and I won't have a new clutch until the end of this month because magical reasons. And yeah, not mad at Rob, just sucks. But we got another one coming. Should be, I think it's about 3/8 of an inch thinner. And but the debacle just keeps on growing. Let me show you the next debacle. So here's the next debacle, and this is going to be something you're just going to have to use your imagination. So I went ahead and test fitted the shroud because I could probably force that radiator in and maybe damage a couple fins, but I could get it in here. Maybe. Probably not. I'll probably end up tearing it up and ruining a $400 radiator. So the next debacle is this fan shroud, which everybody chants and screams I need. And actually I talked to the guy at Cold Case, says not really, for as close as the fan is going to be to the radiator. But anyways, so if I just hold this, there's literally, so this is how much gap I got to play with. I mean, there's not enough gap space for the shroud and the fan blade. And get this thing square. I mean, literally, this thing's touching all corners. And it would self-clearance, yes, but I don't want to do that. So I talked to my buddy, Jesse, who's a very knowledgeable Mopar guy. And we measured this fan, and it's like 20 inches or something, rough measurements. And he says it's a C-body fan. And C-bodies have a much bigger fan. It's probably why I was able to buy this fan so cheap. So this fan itself won't even work with the fan shroud everybody nags me about getting. So now I gotta wait on the clutch to get here, and I gotta buy a new fan. So my options are right now, I am talking to my buddy Jesse. He's going to see what he's got for fans, and if he's got an extra B body, which is like 17-inch 7-blade fan, I'm going to buy it for a clutch. And he says he knows he has a 7-blade mechanical fan, which is what they used on Hemi cars. It's noisy, it's got parasitic drag, it takes more power to turn, but screw it. If it'll work and it gets this car moving, we'll go that route. So so the debacles, that's the debacles. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do, because this is something that needs to happen, I can actually accomplish this, hopefully, unless we run into another hurdle. Get over there. And that's going to be changing out the thermostat, because I always believed in you run as low as a temperature thermostat, like a 160, get that water circulating as soon as possible. Always believed that was the right way to go. Well, I got educated by several people, Rob including is also one of them, one I believe the most, that when you have a 160 thermostat, the water gets moving so fast that it doesn't have time to actually cool in the radiator. So you want it 180 because it opens and closes instead of just staying wide open. That actually allows the radiator to do its job. So I got the fanciest thermostat a man can buy, and that comes in the shape of this Milet High Flow, and this thing is pretty pricey, but you know, do it once, buy once, cry once. So we're gonna put that in, and hopefully that thing fits. I hope to God it fits. I'm tired of all these debacles. I'm about to take that radiator right there and use it as a damn frisbee. It's not the radiator's fault. It's Durale's heavy duty clutch that's way thicker than it needs to be. Because I think I got this is the clutch off of Jezebel, and I measured it, and it's like 3 inches, and the Durale heavy duty is like 3 3/8 or 3.5. So yeah, but we'll see what happens, guys. So we'll see. This is what you get for being a hero and ripping your perfectly running and driving 70 Charger apart to go help out a guy an hour away at 1 or 2 in the morning and don't get home till 4:30. So lesson to be learned: don't be a cool car guy and help out others, because you end up screwing yourself. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Always help out fellow hot rodders. That's the way things should be. That's the hot rod moral code. Alrighty guys, so we're back here, day 3 of this little adventure slash debacle thing we're on. I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Jesse, because not only did he educate me a little bit, but he also got us hooked up with parts to get Jezebel back on the road. So one little debacle we ran into, I don't know if I showed, oh I did, the fan shroud, how it hit the fan. Well, as it turns out, my fan is a 20-inch in diameter, blade to blade, tip to tip, which is out of a C-body car, which would be like an Imperial or 300 or something. And a B-body uses an 18-inch blade, which fits in between here. So not only did I needed a new fan, I needed a lot of parts. So we have an original B-body 18-inch clutch fan with an original style clutch that is still good. Look at that. It's really tight. And as an option, we have a 7-blade mechanical fan that, you know, these are both what came on Hemi cars, 440 cars, 6-pack cars. They're high-dollar fans. You got on eBay and you want to buy one of these, you're going to spend about 200 bucks. And got those for 200 bucks for the pair. You lose a lot of horsepower going to a mechanical fan, but it's maintenance free. So I was kind of thinking that, and plus the way these blades are built, they'll move some freaking air. But I think we're just going to go ahead. I talked to enough people. We're going to try this one out. I still got a new clutch coming in case. And another thing to keep in mind is that those reproduction clutches, Jesse was showing me, because he's had this issue 100 times. I got to get over here. Yes, you see that depth? I think this clutch has been replaced, because he was showing me some that were really short, and there's some that are really long, and most of the reproduction clutches are really long. So you need that short one to clear everything. This one was definitely clear, hopefully clear this radiator. So I'm going to get that cleaned up, painted, do all the funky stuff to it, probably get it thrown on, and then we can start putting in this radiator. And I also did pick up these from my buddy Jesse, and I don't know yet. Jezebel's always had gold Morosos, so I'm scared to put any other color on her. And those are Mopars. Those look cool on the wall or something. So, and the old camera makes them appear more blue than they really are. They're pretty faded. At least they're faded in my opinion to some of the ones I've seen. So, but I'm gonna get to work, clean all that stuff up, and get on this, and I'll check in with you in a minute. So stay tuned. Oh, and thanks for watching, of course. As always, hit that like button. Alrighty, so the old fan is off, and as you can see how thick that Drawley clutch is. That's the heavy duty one. And also another thing that tells you it's aftermarket deal is these slots, which makes it a whole lot easier to put a fan on. But yeah, I just got done fighting getting this new one on. Oh my god. Putting fans on is absolutely miserable. But see how thin that one is? This is an original that's in good shape. And this one is an RPM based one versus a temperature one, I believe. I can't remember. No, this one is, I don't know. It's got a little springy thing in it. Anyways, it's on, so I think we got more clearance. I hope so, because... Oh, and I got my thermostat on, forgot to tell you. That's got that 180 degree Milotin, crazy expensive, badass thermostat in it. I did my best to make this cast iron unit look like one of the A990 aluminum ones. Still just a shade off, but best I could do. I never liked it being black. So I'm gonna get the radiator and the fan shroud and get those things fitted, and God, I really hope that radiator just magically drops right in, because it wouldn't be a good day if it didn't. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So all right, wish me luck. Okay, so to the viewer who wished me luck, I love you, because I don't even know what happened here, but it just, everything works. Shows you how bent my core support is a little bit over here. Of course, this one's, I just got the screwdriver jammed in there, so that's how to actually sit. But the OER fan shroud fits perfectly on here. I just hogged out the holes because I want to use bolts instead of whatever I'm supposed to use. And our fan engagement is how it's supposed to be. Just a little bit of the fan sticking out. Look at that. Oh, you can't really see much. Damn sun, but I don't care what cold case says. That is not, it's a stock appearing radiator. It is, but these ain't right. But it looks nice, and it ought to do the job, that's for sure. So, and we're still leaking coolant on the ground. That's freaking wonderful. So as I've learned with Jezebel, she actually, being a 318 two-barrel car, she probably did have the little baby radiator, a little 22-incher or something, because a big blunt car would have a 26-inch radiator like what this is. And well, this is the factory bolt hole on this side, and over here, that's the factory bolt hole. That's our holes we added. So maybe she does have this itty-bitty little core support or something. I don't know. But might be a good idea to maybe center up this radiator, because it is not centered. There's about the center right there. It's pretty close. I don't think it's going to matter too much. The only thing is, over here you got nothing but fins. Over here, a little bit of the bracket showing. So I'm gonna guess that bolt right there is probably pretty close to center. So we're just a little bit off. I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna put new holes in my core support. It's fine. But so we'll get this thing bolted in. We'll go ahead and just speed through it. Probably no speedy footage. I'm just working on, focusing on getting this stuff done instead of setting up a camera and also the bull crap. I hope you guys don't mind. And well, I'm gonna get at it, try and get it done, so that way we can get back to driving this car, and hopefully this weekend, hopefully this rear end is coming out. We're gonna get the new one in there, so maybe we'll get to drag race before the end of this year. So keep watching. So does anybody want to know my impressions of the cold case radiator or the Milotin thermostat? Because I know it ain't that fan's fault. I know it ain't that fan's fault. That's after doing cool down laps up and down my street. That was reading right at 230 on my gauge. Right at 230. Car's running even hotter. I bet you if I left it here idling, it'd get even hotter. In fact, I just burned my arm on the T-bolt. It's so freaking hot. Everything in here is ridiculously hot. So for everybody who says a fan shroud is necessary, no. And I don't know what's at fault here. I don't know if it's the thermostat being the hotter temperature. I don't know. In theory, that should work better. I don't know if it's the stupid radiator not doing its job, which in theory, it should do an excellent job. I don't know if it's that stupid shroud, because everybody's always said to run a shroud, and I never had a problem really. And now we got a shroud, and now we're running even hotter than we were. I mean, it's a smaller diameter fan, yes, but you got to have it to run the shroud. So I really don't know what the cause is. By the way, Jeg's overflow tank, pretty sweet, which we are probably using right now, because I guarantee you this engine's boiling, and yeah, I'm not happy. So I'm gonna shut the camera off. I'm gonna go cool off and not think about this, because tomorrow Cold Case and all these other vendors who I got these parts from are getting a very nasty phone call, because, well, if this engine gets too much hotter, she's cooked, and not a cheap engine. Yeah, we're still, without that fan, that thing would be boiling. So like I said, I'm just gonna go cool off, because I am not in a fucking good mood. So see you guys later. Well, the next day, guys, had a lot of time to think and not really got a solid answer. Dad and I were thinking maybe this clutch is bad, which actually now I spin it, I'm pretty sure that clutch is bad, and that might have been why the fan wasn't working. But however, I came out this morning, I'm not a cooling expert, I'll be honest. This is the cap that came with the Cold Case. So I opened the hood while talking to the buddy on the phone, and my radiator hose up here was completely collapsed. I mean, it was just sucked shut. As soon as I let off the cap, it went, and I heard pressure, and yeah. And again, I'm not a cooling expert. I really don't know what that means. So regardless, that clutch fan's coming off, because I don't think that's working properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and go solid fan, kill the 30 horsepower, just say screw it. At least I know this thing will work when the engine's running. So we'll pull that thing off, which is gonna suck. I'm waiting for Cold Case to call me back, and we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna film much other than, you know, hopefully maybe we got a solution here. So stay tuned. However, right before you stay tuned, I forgot to show you. So this thing got so hot and built so much pressure that this hose actually moved where it was. This hose was down here, and actually pushed the hose up on the neck. So yeah, all right, it'll work. Oh look, guys, the neighbors are filming a vice grip garage video, aka they're power washing. That may have been failed humor, but I don't care. So talked to John at Cold Case, really sweet dude. That's the guy I'm gonna refer to from now on when I call Cold Case. I like John. In fact, he said he's gonna watch the video. So appreciate it, John. If you see this, shout out to you, brother. Really enjoyed talking to you. So got the new fan on, the solid mechanical 7-blade. Went ahead and polished the spacer, because, well, it's there. And I put stainless bolts in here because I don't want any issues. And a little love for Rob at Jegs. He told me to paint one blade silver, so one blade is silver, just for you, man. So I'm gonna get that shroud thrown on there and hope to God and pray, baby Jesus, this thing cools properly and we don't have any more heating issues. If not, we're gonna start digging elsewhere. So wish me luck. See you in a bit. All right, well, we're all back together, solid fan installed, and well, wish me luck. We're gonna need it. Alrighty, so Jezebel's warmed up. Been idling for about 5-10 minutes. Just above 190. Don't mind the oil pressure. The oil's a little bit low. I'm going to change it tomorrow, so. And the exhaust leak, hopefully going to get that fixed as well. So. Top tank has dropped about 50 degrees since I started filming, so. Hell of a difference. That's a hell of a difference. And you gotta ignore the header leak. That's not gonna be a fun fix, let me tell you. So, see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so sorry, I was hoping maybe we'd take you guys out for a little cruise in Jezebel, but things got a little hectic over the weekend. We went to a little car show. Cooling system did just fine, and we ended up working on Jezebel and another video. So we're not gonna get to take her out for a little cruise, and I mean, kind of guess why? I mean, maybe, but that video should be done by Monday, and of course it's today's Friday video. So hope you enjoyed the cooling video. You know, she's running still pretty much right at 190, stays pretty constant right there, so pretty good. Not happy about the solid fan, you know, giving up that extra 15 horsepower, but you won't ever really notice that. But she's staying pretty cool. I did get my other clutch in from Jegs, and it's not Jegs' fault, it's not Rob's fault. It's Durale, they lied on their deal. It was the exact same big, giant clutch as the one I had that didn't fit with the radiator, so sent that back. So we're just gonna stick with the solid fan. I mean, it's working pretty good, so. Well, time for me to get back to work, so that way we can maybe get a driving video out and maybe get to drag race old Jezebel for the end of this year. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Look forward to seeing the next one. So take care and bye-bye.